All right, hey VC, how you doing? Hope you had yourself a nice weekend. Got another unboxing for you on this one. So this one's going to be all Bob Dylan. So this is just out. This is Bob Dylan, More Blood, More Tracks, the Bootleg Series, Volume 14, Deluxe Edition. And this is the CD version, so this is the complete deluxe edition. In case you're not familiar with the Bob Dylan bootleg series, has been ongoing for a number of years now, where they've been releasing previously obviously unreleased Bob Dylan tracks and increasingly deluxe box sets. Initially, the bootleg series was a couple of CDs, maybe 3 CDs, but now they've been, 8 CDs or more. So this one is the latest, and I'll read you the hype sticker. Strictly limited deluxe edition 6-disc set. Includes the complete New York sessions for Blood on the Tracks, over 70 previously unreleased recordings, plus hardcover book with liner notes, photography, and more. Interesting. Strictly limited deluxe edition, and on Columbia Records, and this is the first time I've seen Columbia Records acoustic, obviously, with Bob Dylan. So this is spotlighting his 19, and each in the bootleg series has kind of spotlighted on a different either Bob Dylan album or a different Bob Dylan sort of time period sort of thing. So this one obviously focusing on his 15th studio album, Blood on the Tracks. That was noted for the song Tangled Up in Blue. And there's certainly been not controversy, but in terms of Blood on the Tracks, when it was initially released, some of the bootleg recordings had been out, and wondering if that had been better than the final release that Bob Dylan had decided upon. And I guess we'll listen to the box set and find out. So let's take it out of the shrink and see what is inside. Okay, and increasingly the Bob Dylan bootleg series, as I mentioned, really going for as much packaging as possible in terms of, so there's the back, six discs in all. Generally they don't have any DVDs or Blu-ray, but on their last one they did include a DVD, but generally they've been all CD or all about the music. Now these are also released on LP, on sort of a 2 LP or 4 LP sort of thing. But this is the big deluxe set. So let's take a look at the book initially. Bob Dylan, Stories in the Press, Photographies, Writings, and Memorabilia. So this is the 14th volume of the bootleg series. Unbelievable. And continuing on with this, lots of great essay stuff. And of course, tons and tons of great music. You're going to have alternate tracks, long lost tracks, that sort of thing. Very detailed, and Columbia certainly spare, no expense in terms of highlighting Bob Dylan and this kind of series. And I like the way, as I say, that they've really spotlighted either on a particular album or on a particular time period for Bob Dylan. And it's like the ultimate deep dive into an artist. Okay, so that's a look at the book. Nice hardcover. Get that on the back. And then we'll take a look at these. And then this is how the CDs are housed. Now in stock. All right, and then always creative, again, giving you just extra material, getting to the CDs, and it looks like, just lots of material. Just wonderful. So you've got that, and then you've got, you still got more stuff like that, and then let's see what we've got here. So we've got that, and then that opens up like this. And then each CD housed, nice, and they just pop out like that. Very nice. Nice attention to detail. Looks good overall, so looking forward to listening to this. So this again, Bob Dylan, More Blood, More Tracks, the bootleg series, Volume 14 Deluxe Edition, or Strictly Limited Edition, as they're saying. And I think Rolling Stone magazine gave it an early good review, saying that it's just a great spotlight on the road to Blood on the Tracks. Not saying that the what they had decided on earlier, which they decided didn't fit on the album or was remixed, but that this is just again, it's an amazing deep dive into Bob Dylan and the album Blood on the Tracks. So yeah, overall looking forward to that. And so much Bob Dylan material. It is incredible. So as I mentioned with the bootleg series, we can take a look at some of the other ones in the set. So that was volume 14. This is the edition volume 13. This is Bob Dylan, Trouble No More. And this is spotlighting the bootleg series volume 13, 1979 to 1981. So this is on his Christian period. So when he was releasing his quote-unquote Christian albums. And we'll take a look inside. Again, pretty much the same sort of series, because it just kind of slips out like that. And then the CDs are housed like this. So this one gives you a lot of material. This one is a, oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 disc set, plus 9th disc of a bonus DVD, which includes Trouble No More, a musical film. Again, this is spotlighting a lot of live stuff. With regards to this. So the first 2 discs are live, and then you've got Rare and Unreleased on the next 2 discs, and then you've got disc 5 and 6 Best of live in Toronto, and disc 7 and 8 live in London. But again, spotlighting his late 70s, early 80s stuff when he was releasing his quote-unquote Christian albums. And again, the same style. You know, it's giving you a nice booklet throughout. And then the CDs are housed like that. And then again the hardcover booklet. And as to say with Bob Dylan, I generally enjoy most of his music in terms of, you know, there's highs, there's lows, but as I say, overall, I enjoy most of his music. I'm not such a huge fan of his current stuff, because lately he's just been doing covers of the standards, which has been okay, but I think he's almost kind of going Rod Stewart way in terms of doing a few too many CDs of standards or albums of standards. Like his latest one is 3 albums or 3 CDs worth of American standards in sort of the Frank Sinatra mode. I think he's done with that, and he should kind of move on. But again, that's just my opinion. But and again with even with Bob Dylan, when he's doing those standards, it's great in terms of what he's doing with it and his approach to it. But I think it's time for Bob maybe to move on with, you know, with something else. Maybe at least get some, because he hasn't really released any new original material in a few years now. Okay, but then we've got Bob Dylan. This is, again, with the bootleg series. This is volume 12, Bob Dylan, 1965 to 1966, the Cutting Edge Deluxe Edition. And, oops, there we go. And yeah, so obviously this is focusing on Blonde on Blonde. So this one, again, is an amazing box set. So you've got 6 discs in total. Again, continuing on with the sort of, you know, same sort of style packaging. You've got the very nice booklet. And of course, when you're talking about this kind of stuff, you're talking, you know, like a Rolling Stone, just some incredible music and incredible changing times. With regards to Bob Dylan at this time. So yeah, lots of stuff inside. Alright, so there's that, and a quick look at the booklet inside. There you go. And I love when they're showing some of the old labels, or the replica style old labels. And again, lots of information. And then this one, they kind of open it up. Cedar's house, kind of like that. And then, what have we got here? Yeah, open it up like that. So they haven't been doing that lately. It's a bit of a different style for them on that one. Okay, so there's that one, and then this has been certainly one of my favorites in the bootleg series. Certainly long requested. This is Bob Dylan and the Band, the Basement Tapes Complete. And of course, the Basement Tapes were eventually released on an album in the early 70s, but this is everything that they recorded. And this is an absolutely exhaustive set. So this is, how many discs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 discs in total. Of course, this is Bob Dylan and the Band, the Basement Tapes. Many songs would then be recorded by other artists, but absolutely essential listening in terms of the bootleg series. Bob Dylan and the Band, the Basement Tapes Complete. So this is number 11 in the series, and then there's volume 10. Again, to name just a few, we're at, we're at volume 14 already. So that's going to wrap it up for this edition. Again, I do look forward to listening to the latest Bob Dylan one. More blood, more tracks. So again, thanks so much, and have a good one. We'll chat again tomorrow. Hit like and hit subscribe. Appreciate it. Thanks. Bye-bye.